Okay, so today we are going to again continue with pandas. So till now we have seen pandas. So if I have to go and just explain you, just a second guys here. So till now what we have seen, so we have covered Python. Till now we have covered Python is completely over, and I have also given you the project, right? So how many of you guys attempted the project? Anyone? So I had given you 10 project ideas. One project I had only implemented, one more I had implemented. So in total I have implemented 2, I guess, but I had given you guys 10 projects in Python. How many of you had implemented? Right? Anyone? So there was a break, right? Praveen says I did library management system. Praveen, please email your project to this Ajay Kumar Gupta 005 at the rate gmail.com. I will provide you guys feedback. Whoever has done, please upload on the gate and please upload the git and upload on the git, and actually I will provide you guys feedback, what is happening there, what should be improved. Please do that, upload on the github and just send me the link. I haven't taught you git, so no need to worry about that. If you are not able to do so, just upload on drive. If you are not able to upload on git, and just share me the link, right? I will actually review your code. I will provide you guys the uh, I will provide you the comments, right? If you don't know the git, don't worry, upload on the drive and share the link, right? Git I am planning to cover, so you no need to worry about that. After data toolkit, the next thing that we are going to look at is SQL, and after SQL I will look after Git, Flask. So these two things, and APIs. I will also teach APIs. So I am thinking to teach three things after SQL, and then our core starts, ML, deep learning and NLP starts, right? Right. So we are going to discuss this. So you guys don't need to worry about that. But as of now, please share your project, right? I am targeting to complete this SQL with data toolkit 2 projects, right? Because data toolkit 2 projects, why? Because other two other 4 5 10 projects even we are going to complete in EDA, so you don't need to worry about that. I will give you n number of projects in EDA as well, but as per the curriculum I will also make sure that you guys solve 2 data sets here, right? Obviously I am teaching more than 2 data sets, so you don't need to worry about that. But let's say enough are not a problem, so we are going to look at those things, so no need to worry about that. Yes, Tanya, right? So we are going to see these APIs. Fast API we will be seeing that because it is the most useful in the industry. But let me check if I can check out the content and let you know guys that what would be the API. But yeah, so this is something that we are going to look at. So Python, then we are going to see Python for data science. So we are in this Python for data science, right? Right. So Python for data science. Till now I have given you guys 3 assignments. First assignment, that was core Python, right? With basics. Then second Python was till data structure, and third Python assignment that I will be uploading it today by like after the class, that will be on oops, exception handling and memory management. Everything till whole Python I will be uploading this assignment with solution. But obviously this assignment you will find that first 35 question has solution as well. Last 15 question I will not be providing you solution, just order to make sure that you guys type the code on your own. Please do that, right? Then after that, in Python for data science, once it is over, I am planning to give you all the assignments on NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib and Seaborn. So I am going to also give this Matplotlib, Seaborn. But here the approach will be again different. It will not be an assignment something like that is usually given, right? The similar approach we will find out, the similar approach that we had seen in OOPS. What type of assignments I had given you guys in the OOPS? If you remember, I had told you to make a library management system, right? This generally doesn't happen on other platforms, right? They will ask you the questions like what is object oriented programming, what is class, what is object. That is fine, but our approach of assignment will be open-ended, and you guys have to do mini projects out of it, right? And you have to say me, you have to send me, right? Sir, this is my project, this is the assignment that I have done, please review it, please provide it on email. I am ready to review it, I don't have any problem. So now guys, let's start. And as told you earlier, till now I didn't had given you guys any holiday. In the last week I had given you holiday, and one more holiday I will be giving you. I have told this earlier as well. I will be giving you one more holiday on 1st March and 2nd March. This is, this will be a holiday, right? And I am very sorry for that. Why I am giving you this 2 days as a holiday, Saturday, Sunday it falls, because there are some personal urgent things among my family, right? So here first March is compulsory holiday. 2nd March I am not sure, right? But still 2nd March will also be holiday. I am 100% sure, because I will be busy on 2nd March as well. So these 2 days only, there will be more holiday. In order to compensate this, I will be taking the classes on weekdays, and also I will make sure that I will not hurry. I will not hurry at any part of the course, at any part of the class. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to trust me on that. Till now, anyone have any complaint regarding whatever we have studied? Please go ahead. It is the right time. Everyone is here, right? You guys can complain whatever you have. Any suggestions, any feedback, any complaint. Do you think that the quality of assignment is not good, the quality of class is not good till now, whatever you have studied? Please go ahead and say it, right? Because today we are going to complete Pandas, and again this is going to be a lot of fun. Today we are going to complete Pandas. But before that, anyone has any suggestions, any feedback? Please guys go ahead. Anyone has any suggestions, any feedback? Anyone? I want to hear you guys quickly. No one is responding. It means you guys are not happy with that, with the classes, is it? Right, 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 right. Tanya says happy with the plan. Very good. Anyone else has any other doubts? Right, right. Kiran says no sir, all good. Survi says all good sir. Very good, very good. So let's start guys, let's start, right? Let's start. So guys, now we have seen, right, interview questions at the last. I will deal with it, right? So just a second guys, why it is there is one tab here. What is this tab? Okay, this tab. Okay, this tab, just leave it. I'll close this tab. Okay, now I don't have any tab. Yes, I don't have any tab. So guys, let's start. So why I don't keep any tab? There is a reason behind it. So many of the teacher, you will find that they keep a tab with the things that they are going to teach. I feel like if I keep the tab, then I will forget whatever concept I know. So just every day I start fresh. So let's start guys. So Pandas 3. This is going to be a lot of fun. Pandas 3. And whoever are in hurry today, you guys have to suffer, because today it is going to be a very long class, because we are going to cover a lot of things. So let's start guys, let's start. And as usual, today we will start with the data set, right? So we are going to start with the data set. So what I am going to do, I am going to first import numpy as np, because we have discussed first numpy as np, import pandas as pd, right? Pandas as pd. And then we are going to import Monjolika as mg, right? As mj. Everyone, so far so good guys, right? This is something that we are going to do, right? Right? Right. Yes or no guys? Should I execute this? Right. Right. Everyone, yes or no? No one is responding, yes or no? Okay. Tanya is saying yes. Right. Right. So Monjolika is not there. So Monjolika, Atanaskas, Monjolika is for real. Yes, if you just Google it out, Monjolika is my girlfriend. Right, Monjolika is my girlfriend. Right, she is my girlfriend. See how cute she looks. Right, right. I really love her. Right. Sometimes I feel that this class, this teaching, this mentorship is of no use. if I don't take the name of Monjulika daily. Oh, sorry, I'm in the class. Okay, guys, just jokes apart. So let's start. So now we are going to start with NumPy, NP, and Pandas as PD. Now in the last class, so we had read this data set from a GitHub account, and here we had Titanic data set. What is this Titanic data set all about? So this Titanic data set, we have some columns, that is passenger ID, survived, passenger class, name, sex, age, sibling of passenger, PR, ticket, fare, cabin, and embarked. So this is something that we already have. See, very good, very good. So this is a data frame. Not a problem. Very good. This is a data frame. Now again it is going to be fun. Do you guys remember whenever you used to concatenate the string, then what used to happen? So let's say Monjulika plus, right, baby. So what will happen, guys? This will actually add Monjulika baby, something like that. But what if there are two data? Let's say there are two data. Then how you can actually add? That is the question now. Add meaning, so let's say there are two data. So here, if you are able to see my camera, I have two phones in my hand. One phone is here and two phone is here. Second phone is here. Assume both are data frame. Now what are the possibilities of combining both the data frame? Right? There can be multiple possibilities. One possibility would be side-wise side. This side by side is one possibility. Second possibility would be vertically, this way, right? Everyone agrees to this. So let's say I will just use something like this. So there can be two possibilities. This is a data frame and this is again data frame, right? There are two possibilities for combining these two data, either this way or this way, right, this way. Now we are going to see both the possibility, first on this data set, and then next we are going to see on another data set as well. So you don't need to worry about that. So first of all, we will start with this, right? We will be starting with this. So this is your data frame, right? This is your data frame. Now here, what I am going to do, I will select few columns. The first column would be name, then second column would be sex, so name, sex, and then the third column would be age. So these are the three columns that I am going to select, and here I will just select first 5 rows. So let's say 0 to 5, I have got this first 5 rows. So assume that this is a data frame. So this is a data frame, obviously this is a data frame, right? Now similarly, I will be having second data frame. So I will name it as df2, and this time I will be having 5 to 10. So let's say 5 to 10, right? 5 to 10, and this is your df2. So this is your df2. Now guys, I want to actually combine both of these data frame. First of all, everyone has done till here. Say it first. Everyone has done till here, right? Right. Yes or no? Quickly, right? Say it. Guys, quickly do it. I will be a little bit slow. I don't have any problem. Just do it. Right. 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 Sajil says, which is data set? This is the same data set we had seen in the last class. I will copy paste in the chat. No need to worry about that. So I have copied pasted in the chat. So if you see, this is the data frame and this is your name, sex, age. So this is your df1 and this is your df2. Right? 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 Okay. Everyone has done so far. Yes or no? Sajil done? Quickly, Sajil. Yes or no? Right. 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 Very good. Everyone has done. Right. 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 Now, guys, what I am going to do? I will now, right, combine these two data. But the question is how to combine these two data. That is the most important question. So you have seen that this is df1 and this is df2. Very good, not a problem. df1 and df2. Now to combine both the data, similar to how you had combined the string, right? Similar to how you had combined the string, Monjolika baby, similarly you can also combine here. How? For that, Python has given pd.concat. pd.concat. Python has this function called concat. Concat means co and cat. So, like if you just do it, this co plus ncat, concat. Co means together. So if you remember, coexist, right, right, co-curricular, right, co-curricular. So this co simply means together. That's it, right? So pd.concat, it means you have to combine two data frame. Now this is very, very important. We are going to see a lot of many examples. So let's say here df1, df2, and then here I will just write axis equals to 0. Now comes the interesting part. Till now in NumPy, axis equals to 0 means column. But here in Pandas, axis equals to 0 means rows. So here you can just write concatenate or combine. Concatenate or combine Pandas object along a particular axis. Simple, particular axis. Now do it. What will happen? See, this is very interesting. So you got name, you got sex, you got age, something like this. What has actually happened? The moment you have written axis equals to 0, so this was the data, now this is the data, both have combined each other with respect to rows in form of rows. So last row, first row now is together, and this is a very big data frame. Easy peasy. Is it clear, everyone? Right. Is it clear? Quickly. Right. Yes or no? Right. Everyone has done? Right. Now, moving ahead, let's say this was, right, like this. What if you want to keep the data frame vertically? In that case, what you will do? So this was row wise, this is vertically, but let's say if you want to keep side by side, right? So this was vertically, right? See, row wise means vertically. But if now you want to keep both the data frame side by side, how can you do that? So basically you have to write axis equals to 1. It means with respect to column, it will be added, and that's how you see namesake is, and again namesake is. But there is a problem in this. You will find some NaN values. Now first of all, you have to answer why this NaN values. Why this NaN values? Right? Why this NaN values? This is something you have to, right, answer this. Right. Vedic says due to indexing. Very good, Vedic. Anyone else? See guys, there is a reason behind it. So why it is happening? Many people don't understand this. So basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These were the index of df1. But df2 had index 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Atanaska says, isn't it from SQL like join? No, Atanaska, don't get confused. I will come to that join. And actually you are not writing join, you are writing joint. And in India, joint means something else. I don't know how many of you understand that, but please forget that. But anyway, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is something like this. Right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. Right. Now, this is actually the index. Now when you are combining both, right, in df1 we have this index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but in df2 you don't have this index. You don't have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why with respect to 0 you will get nan, and then when the real data starts here, then with respect to these values at these index you will get nan. Is it clear, everyone? Everyone? So due to indexes, right, due to indexes, you will get null values. Very good, not a problem. You will get null values. But now the question is, fine, not a problem. Right. Not a problem. Now the question is, how to solve this? Think it. Very simple. We had df1 which has index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have df2 which has index 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will just reset the index. And then you want to say, please drop the original index, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So drop is equals to true and in place is equals to true. And if you just do this, then you will realize that now df2 index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. df1 index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if you do this, you will be surprised to see that what? Let's see it. Let's do it and see what happens. Now if you do it, this will be actually a beautiful namesake age. Is it clear now, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right. Yes or no? Right. Very good. Very good. So this is about concatenation. But can anyone help me? Sada, I want an answer from you. Sada, you have to answer me. Right. Sada, Jyoti, Sajil, you have to answer this. That what is the problem with this? You have concatenated this data. But is this data useful? Do you think, guys, is it useful? How many of you think that is it useful? Quickly. Right. Is it useful? Do you think, guys? Right. Kailash, you have to also answer. Right. Kailash is saying, sir, I am confusing a little bit. Please go ahead, Kailash, ask what is the question. Right. Ask Kailash, not a problem. Kailash, I guess it is his first class. Right. Please do ask questions, whatever you have. But the point here is, this data is not useful. How this is not useful? If you think it carefully, you have same column name, and that's why it is not useful. For data analysis, let's say you store this into A. So let's say this is a data frame and you store this, A is equals to this, and now A is equals to this. Now let's say you want to analyze name column. So you want to access the name column. What do you think, guys? Will you get the name column? Right. Vaidik says yes. Tanya says yes. So let's see it. What you got? 2 name. Right. And do you think that this is correct? In one data frame, a column should always be unique. Otherwise, it is a problematic thing. So here, duplicate column names. And actually, to be very honest, in previous versions of Pandas, it should have thrown the error. But let's say, duplicate names of columns creates ambiguity. It doesn't make sense to actually club this like this way. But now the question is, fine, this is a problematic thing. Then what is the use case? What is the industry use case of this concatenation? So don't worry about that. I was thinking for the whole week, right. right? Industry use case of concat. Guys, whenever I say I was thinking for the whole week, don't trust me because I don't think for the whole week, to be very honest. So now, industry use case of concatenation. What is the industry use case of concatenation? Right, right. Very good. Sada understands this. So I will give you an example. This is a very, very practical use case because see, I cannot get a data, right? I cannot get a data, but I had this plan. I have already made a notes so that I can explain you. So if you see here, I had this already notes, created notes where I had planned the data so that I guess I can show you guys. So what I am going to do, I am going to show you one thing. So let's say there is an e-commerce data. So I will just give an example. There is e-commerce store. There is an e-commerce store and we have sales data, right, of 2 months, January and February. This is the data. So I will show you. So for example, let's say I will make a column data January. So data January. So what I am going to do, right? So this e-commerce store sales, I will be making a data, right? How I am going to make a data? So maybe I will just write it here. Maybe, okay, let's say I will just write store. So store and then I will be having two things, store A. So we have two stores, store A and let's say store B. Simple, store B, right? Try to understand this. This is very important. From store A, there was sale of, let's say 300 items. Sales of 300 items. It can be anything, doesn't matter. 300 and from the store B, there was, let's say 1500 of sales. So this is your data January. Now I will convert this into data frame, pd.dataframe, and then I will just write data January. So data underscore Jan. So this is your df Jan. So data frame January. And this will actually look something like this. Right. So store A, this, store B, this. So this is the sales. Now guys, similarly, let's assume this was about January. Now we have a data which is of Fab. So let's say this is your Fab data, and similarly here, let's say here this time there was 400 sales and this decreased to 1100, and now this becomes data Fab, and now what you have to do? You have to actually see that what is the total sale. So this was of January, this was of February, and now if someone asks you what is the total sale of the entire year, then what will you do, guys? Quickly. That is the question. What will you do? The question is what is the total sale in the whole year? Simple. In the whole year. Right. So what you can do? You can simply use pd.concat. And here you can pass both the data frame. So let's say you will pass df Jan, right, and df Fab. Done. Df Fab, right? And if you execute, you will get this type of information. But one more thing, guys, right? One more thing that is very, very important. Here, if you see, index is 0, index is 1, again index is 0, again index is 1. That's not a good thing because you are seeing now January, February as a whole entity. This is of one e-commerce store. So what do you think? This should be the index or this should not be the index? What do you think, guys? No, this should not be the index. So in that case, concatenation says, don't worry. If you love Monjolika, I will give you another way to solve this problem, and that is ignore index is equals to true. And if you see now, the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you have got a consolidated, right, data frame that includes data both from Jan and Fab. So this is the understanding. By default, x is equals to 0 is the answer. By default, x is equals to 0. Now what I am going to do, if you want to get it summed up, so store this in a data frame, maybe let's say A, and then what you can do, so let's say A is there, so A is there, A, and then access the sales, A dot sales, and then total sales you have to find out, just do dot sum, or you can just pass this into some function, but anyway, this is how it works. Clear? Yes or no? Did you guys got this? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Right? Everyone, class, is it clear? Are you still confused, class? Quickly. Right? Class, are you there? Are you confused? Right. So class, is it class or class? Right, because in Kailas it is Kailash, something name pronunciation. Kailash says, sir, this is my first class and I don't understand. Okay, no worries, Kailash. So you should start watching the recorded lectures, right? Please watch the recorded lectures. So if you have Python is strong, then you can start with the 2x speed and you can watch that if Python is strong. Otherwise, watch the Python lectures, at least first 3-4 lectures, and then you can come to this. Okay, class? Okay, very good. So now moving ahead, guys. This was one of the use case. But now you must be wondering, sir, Ajay, and actually don't say me sir, just call me Ajay. Ajay, you are cheating. Why you are cheating? Because by default, x is equals to 0 is there. I understand that. What is something that you have taught? There is nothing new. I could have done this. Give me an explanation of x is equals to 1 where the values were repeated. What is the use case of that? Right. This is a very valid question. Now what can I do? Right. What will I do? So I will again show you something. Now what I am going to do? So let's say this is data January, right? Now I will just write concatenation x is equals to 1 application. So I'll just write here concatenation x is equals to 1 application. Be very careful, guys. This no one will teach you, because either they will just teach you concatenation, they have not used this, and that's why they don't actually teach in this way. So I'm not saying that I am good, I am bad, but please try to understand this. Very important. So let's say, try to understand, and everyone will answer me yes or no. You went to a e-commerce store, right? E-commerce store. Let's say you went to e-commerce store. Can I say, right, there will be multiple data recorded, maybe at the counter, right, at the counter, right, data that will be recorded will be, right, bill, amount paid, something like that. And when you go to buy, right, buying counter, or let's say something, looking counter, or whatever you want to name it, I don't care what is the meaning of this, but looking counter, when you go to buy, actually see the clothes, then what you will see is store A, right, store A 1500 units, or let's say store B 400 units, something like that. There can be multiple data recorded, but one of this record is there, right? So what will happen? I entered into a e-commerce store. First I will buy the cloth and then I will come to billing. Yes or no, guys? Everyone agrees to this? Everyone agrees to this or not? Right? Everyone agrees to this or not? Right? I just want to understand if everyone agrees to this quickly. Right. Very good. Everyone agrees to this, right? Right. Right. Nice. Indeed. Everyone agrees to this. Now, guys, right. Now, what I am going to do, right? If you agree to this, right, I will give you one more example, right? Let's say, have you ever gone to a movie hall, theater? So everyone might have gone to theater, right? What will happen? So let's say there is a queue, right? You entered, you got your ticket scanned, so one data recorded, right? And then again, in the same queue, you went to a popcorn store, right? To get a popcorn or cold drink, again data recorded, right? Everyone agrees to this or not? Again, yes or no? This is again possible. Now, guys, assuming, right? Now I will just write analogy here, analogy. Assuming, or let's say you have gone to watch a movie, and let's say, right, you scanned your ticket, right, data recorded, right? Again, what you will do? You got a popcorn, right? Data again recorded, Now, assuming this data, all this data is in a sequential way, is recorded in sequential, you can use concatenation, access equals to 1 to combine the data. I will show you the example, no need to worry about that. But this is the understanding, to combine the data. So now what I am going to do, so let's say I have one data frame. So here we have data frame, right? So let's say data January, right, data January, not a problem. So data January, here this is the data. Store A, sales is this much, and no, store A 300 and 500, right? Now similarly here, at the same time frame, right, I have data January, and this time, now first of all I will execute this, right? This is store A 300, store B 1500, fine. At the same time, there is another data where there is some value like this, demand, right? There is demand for both of these store, right? So what I can do, or let's say not even demand, you can write anything, it doesn't matter. So let's say demand, store A, store B, and then here I can just write value. So let's say value. So this time, this value I can just write, let's say 1300 and let's say 1600. Now see it, this is very interesting. Data January, and just df January, I will just write df Jan for demand. So demand, and here demand. So what has happened, guys, here? See here. This store A, sales is there, store B, sales is there. Now here store A, demand is there, now store B, demand is there. But one more thing, let's say you don't know this store A, store B. We don't have this. We have only value directly like this, but you understand that it is in a sequential way. Let's say maybe some other data is there. Maybe let's say occupied place, occupied space. There is another data. So whatever demand or value you have, there is some space acquired. So 122 square feet or 233 square feet, doesn't matter. So let's say this is value and occupied space. So now this data has been recorded somewhere else. This data has been recorded in somewhere else. But assuming that both are sequential in nature, then in that case, you can use axis equals to 1, and this will fetch you the exact thing. So axis equals to 1, you will get this data something like this, right? So this will, okay, so here df jan d, I have written wrong here. So df jan d, so I'll just put it df jan d, right? So df jan d, right? So this is how you will get the things. All right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Yes. Right. Right. Is it clear, everyone? But now, again, there will be multiple questions. Now you will ask me, Ajay, fine, you knew that it was a sequential. That's why you used axis equals to 1. Axis equals to 0 is very intuitive. We understood this. But what if you don't know it is sequential or not? Then comes another concept, that is merge and join. I will come to that as well. But as of now, is it clear or not? Yes or no? Quickly. Right. Is it clear, everyone? This is very, very important, guys. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Now what I'm going to do, I will be giving you more examples because this should be cleared. Example 2. Now here I have one more department data. So this is your employee data, right? And this department 2. So I have two departments, right? Two departments. So one is df department 1 and one is df department 2. So don't worry about that, guys. You don't need to copy paste this code because I am also copying pasting this code. I will provide you this notebook. You don't need to worry about this. So this is data department 1, data department 1, and if you see here, we have employee ID, we have name, we have salary, we have department. Now we have also data department 2. So data department 2, if I have to show you, so this is your employee ID, name, salary and department. Now guys, if I want to combine both the data, what should I do? This is again a real world problem. What should I do? Quickly. Right. So first of all, I will just write df department 1. This is a dictionary, so df department 1. So df department 1. So this is your data frame and this is your data frame 2, right? What I will do, right? What I will do, right? Atanaska says, merge. Think it carefully, Atanaska. Do you need merge here? Right. Because both have same column name, and that's why I have taken this example. Both the data frame have same column name, 100%, right? So we just need to concatenate. Simple, right? Very easy. So now what you will do? pd.concatenate. Just do pd.concatenate. Right, it is pd.concat. So do pd.concat and you will again get the required thing. So 1 above 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, Alice, Bob, Charlie, David, and something like that. Is it clear, everyone? Should I give you more example? Is it clear, everyone? Right, guys, this is actually the real world scenario. This you have to execute. This is how you will be solving the problem. Right. Now one more question. What will happen if there is a null value in the concatenation scene? This is very important. What if there is some null value? In that case, what will happen, guys? Let's say there are some null values. Here, instead of 65,000, there is a null value np.nan, right? So if, let's say, why I do this mistake always, np.nan. So let's say here we have df department 1. Here we have null value. Now what will happen if you concatenate, guys? Everyone, I'm not expecting any right answer, but what will happen if you again concatenate? Right? Will there be any problem? Right? So there will be no any problem and it will concatenate easily. There will be no any problem. Remember that. This is very, very important. There will be no any problem. Here I will write no any problem. Right? So far so good? Okay, very good. Should I give you guys more example? Right? Last example. Right. One more example. Okay. So one more example, you don't need to type the code, right, because main part you guys already have seen this, and this is actually I was creating a data set, and that's how I have created this data set. So example 2, example 2, example 2, right. So this is data week 1, this is your data frame, right. Now again we have data week 2, so we have again this is a customer rating data with different uh, now ratings, and this was week 1 customer rating, this is week customer 2, right. And this is again very interesting. So here I will just write data week 1. So data week 1. So if you see data week 1, it looks like this, and okay, data week 1, instead of data week 1 I will just write df week 1. So df week 1. So I'll just put it here, df week 1, right. And then we have df week 2, right. So we have df week 1 and df week 2. Now if you want to concatenate, can you do that? The answer is yes, you can again concatenate it, simple, and here you can have all the ratings in one go, something like this, right, right. So what is the key takeaway till now? Key takeaway, very simple. Key takeaway is very simple, combining data. Example, right, sales of multiple months, right, months, merging employee data, sorry, combining employee data from multiple departments that we already have seen, multiple departments. And the last example, customer feedback, right, combining for multiple weeks, But one thing you might have understood, a very simple thing, that whenever you have data from multiple sources, you have to combine this. This is the understanding. Now, the point that we had discussed earlier in the, here, that what will happen, right, if it is not sequential. In that case, what you can do? Now comes few more concept, that is merge and join. So we are going to now look at merge first, and then we are also going to look at join, right? So should we start now, merge and join, right? Till now everyone is clear? Anyone has any doubts till now? Quickly, right? No one has any doubts? Okay, very good. So let's start, guys. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually again make a data frame, right? What is the data frame that I'm going to make? So let's say I have one data frame, d is equals to, or let's say data is equals to, maybe I will just write store A, store B, and store C. So let's say store A, and this store A has this much of sale. Let's say store A, and then it has sales of, let's say 100 units, 200 units, 312 units, and 410 units. Right. 410 units. Right. Very good. 100 units, 202 units, 312 units, 410 units. This is your store A. Similarly, you will be having store B also. Say store B, and this time store B, you can have maybe, let's say 121, 130, 142, 160, or 170. Similarly, you can have store C as well. So store C, and then you have store C. We have something like this. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. So this is my data. I will just show you that this is data. It looks like this. You don't need to worry about this, guys. It is going to be fun. Just see what I'm going to do. So store A, store B, store C. Now I will create a data frame out of this, right? So what I'm going to do, I will create a data frame. So I'll just write pd.dataframe, and this will give me the data frame out of this data. So this is the data. Right. So far so good, everyone. Right. So far so good. Right. Any problem so far? Right. Not a problem. Yes or no? Right. So I have just created a data set, guys. I think you should also create this data, right? Because this we are going to use it. We are going to understand this very important concept. This is very important concept. Please try to actually create this. Should I copy paste? So maybe I will just copy paste this so that everyone is able to do this, because this is very important, right? So this is store A, store B, and store C with different demands, right? Now I am going to write it like a df1. So this is your df1. Very good. So this is your df1. Now comes the interesting part, right? I will now copy this data. See it carefully. I will now copy this data set, right, and make a df2, right? And how I am going to make df2? So let's say here store A will be there, then here store D will be there, and store E will be there. Very simple, right? And the values here, what I'm going to write, so let's say 100, 200, and maybe let's say here I will change this value, maybe some 311, some value like this, right? And then maybe what I can do, 410, let it be like this. Maybe I will add one more value, 311, 321, and here also 321. So then again this will be changed to 182, one more value, and here I will also put 191. Why I did? I just wanted to show you some example, and this is only possible if I take this much of data. So here I have written 311, 410, and 321. Right. Now here last data also I will just change it, 322 maybe. Now comes to store D, right? Store D, any random value, doesn't matter. So maybe I will just write 12. This is again a random value. Then here we can have 130, then maybe 142, whatever it is, then 170, then maybe let's say here I can just write 322, doesn't matter. This is the value. Similarly, here in store E, so I can have any random value here again. So let's say 111, let's say here I can just write 123, maybe let's say here 123 is already there, so 124, maybe 123 is also there, so I can just put it like this, 124, let it be, and maybe again one more data, 124 or 191, whatever it is like this. So this becomes your df2. Now this is your data frame 1 and this is your data frame 2. Please execute in your notebook. So this is your df1 and this is df2. Now if you see df1, it looks like this, and df2, it looks like this. So store A, these are the values, and df2, these are the values. Now comes the interesting part. What was our problem statement? Problem statement was very simple. Ajay, if you don't have the data in a sequential way, then how to combine both this data? And this is where we have the concept of, right? We have the concept of merge and join, right? And this is how we are studying this, right? So everyone has taken out the data. Everyone has, used the data. Yes or no, guys? Quickly executed the data in the notebook till here. Yes or no, guys? Quickly. Right. Everyone. Right. Now, guys, very good. Everyone has done. Very good. Everyone has done. So we have df1 and df2. Now, how to combine both the data frame? Now, this is very interesting. So here, I will just zoom out little bit. So here, if you see, we have this df1. Here we have store A, store B, and store C. And we have df2, store A, store B, and store C. The first question, what is, sorry, store D and store E, store D and store E. The first question, what is the common column between both the data frame? Quickly, guys. What is the common column in both the data frame? Everyone has to answer this. So store A. Now, whenever you are combining two data, then you need to have one common column. And here we have df1 and df2, we have store A common. Now, interview question. In concatenation, do we need to have a common column? Answer me. In concatenation, do we need to have a common column? Everyone, yes? Right? No, you don't need to have a common column. It can be, it cannot be. But in merge and join, now we will start with merge. Merge and join, you need to have a common column. Then only you can merge. Now there are multiple types of merge, to be very honest. There are multiple types of merge. Right. What are the different types of merge? Now we are going to see that first. So types of merge. And this will be true for join as well. Types of merge. Types of merge. Right. Or join. Join. Now, what are different types? So let's say here we have df1 and let's say here we have df2. So these are two independent data frame. Very good. Now you know that store A is common between them. So can I say here store A is common between them, both df1 and df2? Right. At least column name is common. Yes or no, guys? Column name is common. The first type of merge or join will be inner. Right. What is inner? Based on the common column matching value, the join will happen. Based on common column, right. Based on common column matching value, merge will happen. Right. This is the first thing. Right. Now what does it mean? So let's try to understand this. So here in df1, df2, store A is common. But in this store A, right. Can anyone answer what is the common value? Everyone, what is the common value? Right. So can I say 100, 200 and 410 and 321 is common? Right. So now what you can do? pd.merge. This is the way you write the function. pd.merge, and you will just write df1 comma df2, and then you can say how is equals to inner. So if you, the moment you do how is equals to inner, you will get some data like this. So in store A, you had some common value here. So let's say 100 is there. So 100 is there. 200 is there. So here we have got 200. We have got 410. So 410. Rest 321 and 322, 312 and 311 was not common, and that's why you didn't got the value. Right? Is it clear, everyone? So here I will just write, Tanya had written something. So here I will just write one thing. So merge, concatenation, merge needs a common column to be merged, while concatenation doesn't doesn't need. This is the first point. Second point here, what happened in the inner join? Right, right. Common column values, common column values, common column values, right? Values, right? Common column matching values, matching values, matching values are used to merge, are used to merge. So now you can understand this is the working of inner. Is it clear, everyone? Inner merge. So this is your inner merge. Now moving ahead. So let's say now coming to left merge. This is very interesting again. So let's say here again common column remains A. But now what will happen? Whenever you write left merge, then from the left data frame compulsory everything will be there, and the common values of common column you will get data frame 2 value, right? So you can simply write a comment here, left data frame, I will just copy what Sada has written, left data frame all the values and right data frame matched values. Simple. Matched values. So this is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Now let's try to execute this. Right? Let's try to execute this. Right? Don't worry, Vipan. I will come to that. Already I have plan of this. So that's why I have used this data set. Right? I will come to that. Right? So this is your inner. Now, if you have to do left, right? Now, in this case, just execute left. Now what will happen? So all the values of store A, store B, store C will be there, and only the common part of store D and store E will be there, and the rest value will become NaN. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right? And opposite of this left is nothing but right. So what is this right merge? This time everything of df2 and only the matching part of df1. So right data frame all values and left matching one, left matched values. So this is understanding. So now if you see the values here, right, see it. So let's say, okay, not left, it should be right. So now if you see the right, all values will be there of the right data, see, and whichever doesn't match, it will be NaN from the left part. Is it clear? Right? Yes or no? Everyone. Right. Everyone, yes or no? Quickly. Everyone, all my tiger and tigress. Right. Very good. Everyone has understood, right? Now comes the interesting part. Now we are going to have another type of merge that is also called as full merge or full join in SQL, right? Here we call it as outer. So here I can just write outer. So let's say here I will just write outer. Right? So now if you just do just a second, guys, how is equals to outer? Why I have written capital? It should be small. So outer. Now what is outer, guys? Simple. Answer me. What is outer, guys? Outer. What will be the outer thing? Right. Very simple. Right. Everything. there should be no any if and buts. Left plus right. Simple. Right. Full. This is also called as full merge or full join, whatever you want to come. So there is a difference between merge and join. So that's why I am very careful in using the word merge here. I will come to the join thing at a later stage, but this is the understanding. So you can say outer here, everything will be there, whichever value is there in store A from both the columns. So here I will just write here, it is also called full merge, and it considers the common column, all the values from both the data frame. Very carefully observe this, that if you write outer, it doesn't mean that left plus right, to be very honest, because here it was 4 row, here it was 4 row, it means 8 rows should be there. No, it is 6 rows. Why? Because based on the common matching column or common column, that was store A and store A, you will take all the values. So 2 values were differing, so that's why 4 plus 2, 6 values are there, or let's say 3 values were common, I guess. That's why 7 values are there. So let me show you. That is very easy. df1 and let's say df2, right? df1 and df2. So now guys, see it carefully. I will just have a small one. Hope you guys are able to see it. If not, don't worry. Let me first explain it. So df1 in store A was a common column. First thing, see here, 100 value is there, 100 value here, 100 value here. That's why you got 100 value. Then we have 200 value, that's how you got 200 value. Then 311, but here you got 312. So first this 311 came here. So this 311 is there. And that's why you see NaN for other values of another data frame. Because in df1 we don't have. So store B, store C is NaN, right? And store D and E has 142, 123. Be very careful. Then we have 312. So 312 is here. That's why you got 312 here. So this time 312 is in df1 but not in df2. That's why store B, store C you have the value, but store D and store E is NaN. Similarly 321 you don't have here. 321 you don't have here, so that's why 321 you come here and then you get NaN from the df2. Similarly 322 we have 322 df1 NaN, rest you got the value, and last common 410 between both of them. That's how you got the complete value. Many students, whenever I take the interview, I just take a pen and copy and give them this question and say, please do solve it. Or if it is an online, I will just ask them, please share the Excel sheet and do this and answer me, right? And they are not able to answer this. Did you guys understood how this full merge worked? Yes or no? Quickly. Rajkumar says, Tanya says, can you explain once more? Right. Okay. Not a problem. I will explain it once again. First of all, say me, are you guys able to see the font? Is it visible or not? Till here it is visible. Till this font it is visible. Yes, everyone. Jyoti says, can you increase? I will not be able to explain, Jyoti. Is it visible? This font is visible? Okay. Now, let's try to understand. First of all, answer me. It's a very simple thing. We have data frame 1, we have data frame 2. Everyone has to answer. What is the common column between both the data frame? Can I say store A and store A? Yes or no? Very good. Store A and store A. Very good. Now in this store A value, what are there in df1? can I say store A df1 values are 100, 200, 312, 410, 321? And similarly in df2, can I say we have values 100, 200, 311, 410, 322? Can I say yes or no? These are the values. Among these, what are the values that are common? So I am able to see that this is common. 100 is common. So I will just put 100 here. Again I see 200 is common. I will remove this and put 200 is common here. Then I see 410 is common. So I will put 410 here. Right. Right. Is it clear so far? Yes or no? Everyone? Very good. Very good. So 100, 200, 410 is common. So now I am saying do full join or outer join. So what is the common element? That is A. So can I write common column is A, store A. So first of all write 100, 200 and 410 because this is common in both the data frame, and put all the value of SB, SC, SD, SC. Can I do so? Because both are common and both the data frame will have the corresponding values. Yes or no? 100, you have corresponding values 12 and 111, whatever it is, 12 and 111. So you can just write SD 12, 12 here and 111. Store D and store E. Similarly, store B, store C, 121 and 111. Something like that. Done? Right? And that's how you see the value. See here? Very good. Similarly, for 200 also and 400 also, 410 also, you will write the values. Right? You will write the values. Now comes these two values, 312 and 321. So whatever values of A is there, so 312, 312, see here 312 is there. And now corresponding to 312, we have 142, 123. So 312, 142, 143. But this 312 is not in df2. That's why store D and store E corresponding value is NaN. So 312 also done. Similarly 321. So 321 is here. Here corresponding value is 182, 191. So 182, 191 you got the values. Rest this is not here. That's why you got NaN. Right, right. Is it clear everyone? Right, 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 right. I will come to null values cases. Don't worry Rajkumar. I will just have patience, have patience. I will come to that. Is it clear, yes or no? Everyone. Right. Isn't it interesting, guys? This is very interesting. I find it really interesting. And this is the actually confusing point. And I doubt you guys, I don't know, you guys, everyone might have, studied this merge here and there somewhere. I might have taught you guys. But answer me a very simple question. Was it clear earlier? You were understanding this earlier, or is it that you were not understanding earlier? Right, right, right. If you guys were understanding earlier, that is fine. If not, this is very, very, actually, right, very, very, important. But anyway, right. Now moving ahead, right, right, right. Jyoti says, I was sleeping in another class, I understood. Jyoti, I was teaching in that class only, and you were sleeping in that class? Okay, leave it. So this is our outer. One more thing, right? One more thing that is going to be fun, that is cross. And cross is, believe me, the most easiest thing. Just write df1, df2, and then how is equals to merge. How is equals to cross. How is equals to cross. Now if you do so, what will happen? You are able to see on your own. Just see it, what happened here. What happened here? Can anyone answer this? right? Adeline says, what is cross? I will answer you, Adeline. Just see it, observe the result. Do this in your data frame and observe what has happened here. See, there has something happened, but what has happened, you have to answer this. Ada, are you sleeping? I'm able to see Ada is sleeping. Is it Ada? Are you sleeping? Okay. Anyone? Ada says no, sir. Very good, Ada. I am really proud of you. Right, right. First of all, answer me what happened in this cross merge. Adeline, you have to answer this. Observe the result. I will show you the result and answer this. What has happened? See the result. What has happened here? See the result. What has happened? Right. Okay. I will explain you. No need to worry about that. So what has happened here? So let's try to understand this. So first thing, right? First thing, what we had values in df1? So df1 had 100, 121, 111. See it carefully. 100, 121, 111. Now what does cross do? With respect to this one row, this will actually have all the rows of df2. df2 first row, df2 second row, df2 third row, df2 fourth row, df2 fifth row. This is the first thing that will happen. So now if you see here 100, 120, 111, now this is the value, right? Again this value will repeat, this is the value. Again this is the value, this will repeat, and so on. Then second row 200, 130, 121. See here 200, 130, 121, and similarly here you will get all the values of df2. Similarly, third row of df1 and all the values of df2. Fourth rows of df1 and all the values of df2. Is it clear, everyone? What is this cross? Right, 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 right. Very good. I will repeat it again. Not a problem. Not a problem. Right. Not a problem. Very simple, right? Very simple, right? Very simple, right? Right? Very simple. Now, first of all, is the data visible? Right? Is the data visible? First of all, answer me. Everyone is able to see the screen. Everyone is able to observe the value. This is the first question. Are you guys able to observe the value? This is the first question, right? 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 Very good. Now, answer me a very simple thing. What is the first row of df1? What is the first row of df1? You guys have to answer this. What is the first row of df1? Everyone. So, can I say the first row of df1 is 100, 121, 111. Now, cross merge says that whatever data frame you have written in first, that is df1. So what was that? pd.merge df1, df2, and how is equals to cross. This was the code. How is equals to cross. Now this cross brother says take the first row of this df1 that you have taken, then take all the values of the other data frame. And what is all other values of other data frame? So if you see it carefully, first one is 100, or I will just talk about the index. The first will be 0th index complete row, then it will be first index complete row, second index complete row, third index complete row, and fourth index complete row, right? And similarly, if you see here, 100, 121, 111, then what you have? First index 100, 112, 111. Then same value will be repeated from the first data frame. But now if you see 200, 130, 124. Again, same value is repeated, but see, this value has been here. Again, same value is here, but this time this value you got it. Again, this is repeated, but this time this value you will got. And now again it will start with 200, 200, and similarly this value will be repeated. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Tiger, tigress, lion, lioness, all of you, Manjolikas, everyone. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right. Very good. Very good. Now, guys, this was very interesting. But what do we call it as? So, similarly, it is called as Cartesian product. Cartesian product. Cartesian product of the data frame. You will actually never use this in your real world application. You will never use this. But if you ask me, right, can you give me one more example where there is a possibility of using this, right? Use case of this, because this is a unique merge. Use case of this, there is one possibility. Let's say analogy. There are four persons, right? So let's say there are four persons. So let's say person A, B, C, D. Now there is another data frame, places to visit, right? London, right? Maybe Bangalore. Let's say my hometown Bhagalpur, and let's say Kolkata. These are places to visit. Now if someone asks you, say it carefully, if someone asks you, all of these four person wants to visit all the places, then left right will not work. In that case, only cross will make sense. Are you guys understanding this? Very simple analogy. Think it, take your time. There are four person in one data frame, and in another data frame, take your time to understand this. In another data frame, there are places to visit, right? Now the question is, if all the person wants to visit all the place, what merge will happen? Just use cross merge. Right. Rajkumar says it's following many to many rules. Yes, Rajkumar, you are correct. That is also called as Cartesian product, right? I don't know how many of you have studied this, but this is a Cartesian product. Is it clear, everyone? Tigers, tigress, right? Lion, lioness. Everyone is clear now? Is it clear? Now there are two questions. First, what happened to store AY and store AX? Why the name has been changed like this? Can anyone answer this? That's the next question. Right? Since we had the same name, right? Since we had the same name, store A in both the column, the merge has changed its name. Clear? right? Yes or no, right? This is the reason, right? Right. To differentiate. Very good, Asutosh. To differentiate. Now comes very interesting thing. Differentiate. This is one of the interview question that I have asked many times, and believe me, everyone has failed. Do we need to have a common column in both the data frame to do a cross merge? This is the question. This is the question, right? The question is, do we need to have common column? Think it, guys. Without execution, don't answer this. Do we need to have common column, right, in both the data frame to have cross merge, right? Right. Try to implement that. Obviously, many of you have already answered it correctly, and actually you guys are correct. The reason being, the one way to understand this is that you already have seen that the naming was changed. But let's see it, right? Let's see it, right? So this is your df1, and then similarly I will just copy df2, and let's do it. So let's say df2. So here we have df2. So very good. df1 is there, df2 is there. Now what I am going to do, again do the cross. So if I just do the cross like this, something like this. So now what will happen? Here first of all, I will just change the name of the store. Store A in second data frame. Store A in second data frame. Second data frame has been changed to has been changed to store F. Let's say. Now what will happen? See it. There is no any problem, and there will be no naming of this. This is the understanding. Clear? Yes or no? Everyone has to answer this. Is it clear or not? Right. Very important. Very, very important. Right. Now, guys. Right. Another question. What will happen? What if the common column name is different? What will happen in this case? This is again very interesting, and this is real world, right? It might be possible. Let's say this is your data, store A and store B, right? And this is very, very important real world example I am saying you guys. And this, when I was very naive in data science industry, I was hired as a data scientist, and I had to actually do it for 5-10 minutes, figure out this, right? At that point of time it was like very embarrassing for me, but very important. Let's say this is store A, but in some other data frame this name is like this, store A. Then how will you do a left merge? Anyone can anyone answer this? We have to do left merge. Anyone can answer this? Very easy. Try it out, guys. Right. So here store A is there. Here store underscore A is there. But you need to do left merge. So let's try it out. Left merge. It will throw an error. No common column to merge on. How will you merge now? Jyoti says, I didn't got the question. Jyoti, I will repeat it again. Madam, here is store A, store B, store C. Here is store A, store D, store E. But the difference is this name and this name is different. But now, again, you have to merge. How will you merge? Either you change the column name that Rajkumar has mentioned, Otherwise, merge has an option. What is the option? You will get left on. So just write left on, and here on the left on, you will just write store A, and then on the right on, you can just write right on, right on, right on, right on, right on. Here you can just write store A, store A. Is it clear? Now if you do store A, capital S. So now if you do, it will not throw you any error and left merge will be done. Similar to this, you can also do in inner and right. Similar thing can be done. Similar thing can be done on other merge. If, right, similar thing can be done on other merge if common column name is different. Common column name is different, and this will happen a lot of many places. So what will happen? I will give you an example, right? In, let's say in HR, let's say HR division is there, and let's say data science division is there. Here the employee ID might be stored like this. Here employee ID might be stored like this. It is possible. So you have to use left on and right on, something like this. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right? Everyone is clear? Right? Should I raise the bar, guys, now? Right? Should I raise the bar? Now? Very good. So we have understood this. Now one more question. A very basic question first. Right? Question. Right? First basic question again. Can we achieve right merge using left in the how parameter of merge? Can we achieve right merge using left in the how parameter of merge? Can we achieve so? Right? Very good, Vipin. Simple. What you will do? Here I will just copy this pd.merge, right? pd.merge, and here instead of df2 I can just write df1, and here you can just write df2, something like this. Done. Obviously you have to change this as well. So here I can just write right on and this left on. Simple. And you don't need to change any parameter and you will get the same value. Just change the order. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Yes or no? Very good. So guys, should we take some break and then again we will come back, right? Because it is almost 1 hour 45 minutes I am speaking, right? So let's take some break, right? And then we'll again restart, right? So let's start again after the break. So now we have seen this. Now again we are going to play with this, right? We are going to play a lot of things with this, right? The first thing that we are going to do is introduce some null value, right? So let's start with this first, right? Now the first interesting thing is, right? So let's say, what if in the merge you have null values? This is again very interesting. So let's say store A is there, right? Now what will happen in the case of a left data frame, so let's say left merge. So let's say left merge is there, right? So we have a left merge, something like this, a left merge. But this time here, instead of this 200, let's introduce a null values np dot nan, right? Now what will happen in this case? So let's observe this. This is very interesting. See it carefully. Now in store A, right, this is nan, right, in data frame 2, df2, right, and in data frame A there is no any nan. See the observation carefully. So let's say here, first of all, here we have, okay, I will just write df1 first. That's why I was thinking what is happening. So df1 and df2. So let's start with this. So now in df1, right, we have 100, 200, 312, all the values. So 100, 200. So let's say this is 2, 312, 410, 321. Very good. Now left is there. Now here we had some nan value. So wherever 100 was there, you got the value. And rest, if nan is not there, nan is there, then in this case, nan will be considered as not a common column. So here, in this case, null value behaves normally as not a common element. This is very simple, straightforward, right? That should not be any problem. Now what I am going to do, I am going to show you an interesting case. Okay, before that also one more case. So let's say here it is data frame 2. What was the next in the data frame 2? What was the value? I don't remember. Let me check it. Data frame 2. Here it was, I guess, 200, right? 200, 311. So let's say 200 and 311. 200 and 311. So 200. So let's say this time again, this is your 200. And now here instead of 200, I will just write np.nan. What will happen in this case? See again. This nan again will be treated as another element than the common element. So this also is not a problem. Very good. Not a problem. Now comes the most interesting part. And this you guys have to answer this. Assume that both of this is nan. What will happen? This is actually my one of the favorite interview question I do ask, right? What will happen in this case, right? What will happen in this case, right? Anyone? Right? Very good, Sada. You are very close. So now if you see here, this is very interesting. People generally, right, considers that this nan and this nan will actually mix together, right, and create the value. But it is not true, right? It is not true. So two nans are not equal. This is the first concept. Is it clear? Yes or no? Rajkumar says np.nan because this is just a common use that I am used. If you write nan, this will be a string. So if you see, this will be a string. Nan is not defined. So this will be like a variable and it will throw an error. But anyway, that's not our discussion. Our discussion is, right, what will happen? Two nans are not equal. It is clear, yes or no? I will give you one more interesting thing. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Everyone has to answer this. Quickly, guys. All my tiger and tigress and lion and lioness, everyone has to answer this. Is it clear? Right? Yeah, values will be there. It will be separate. See. Wait. 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 Now, another important thing. What will happen? What will happen? This is again very interesting. Right. What will happen if instead of nan some string value is there? Right. Right. Now what I am going to do, I am going to write, this is again very interesting. This is first this none. This time this is not numpy none. First of all this none, and then again I will talk about other none as well. So you don't need to worry about that. I will talk about both the nuns. So I will just talk about both the nuns. Don't worry about that. Now, if you execute this, now what will be happening there? Anyone? So let's execute this. See, this none will be treated as similarly with this np.nan. So it is not going to do any problem. This is the second thing. Now, last thing which is very, very important. Let's assume that the values are repeating now. So let's say here, now I will just write the third case. The values are repeating. Values are repeating. Right. This is again very interesting. Now this time I am going to write it here 100 again. See it carefully. And first of all, let it be like this. This is 100, this is 100, and this is 100. Let the nan be as it is. First of all, are you observing this scenario? Yes or no? Have you observed this scenario? This is very, very, very interesting. Now you have 100, you have again 100 in one data. And here we have only 100. Let's see what happens in this case. This is very interesting. So in store A, we had 100. Very good. In case of 100, we have. Then we have nan, right? Corresponding to this nan, we have got some values, right? Now we have 100 again. So this 100 will be again there, right? And this was the case of left merge. But what will happen if we have inner merge, where we have the common elements? This is going to be more interesting now. Values are repeating, left merge, it doesn't make a difference, let's say, doesn't make a difference. But here, if you see carefully, right, there will be slightly difference. So here, inner merge, and instead of this left, you will write inner. Now see what will happen, right? Now if you execute, this is something that you will get. Now what has happened here? See it carefully. This is actually very interesting. If you observe this, the common element was 100 and 100, right? So I'll just show you. So df1 and df2, see, right? This is df1 and df2. Now here in df1 we have 100, very good, right? And then we have 121, 111, that's how you got, and 12, 111 you got. But what happened to this 100? Why it is, this 100, right? So why it got here again, right? This was inner merge. See it carefully. It was inner merge. Ideally you had 100, right? Here in the next data frame you have only 100. Ideally this should be only once, right? But if you observe carefully in inner merge, right, since the first data frame had 200 values, right, it has repeated 2 times, right? Very good. But for the second time, right, from the second data frame, you will get only the same value. I know this is confusing, and in fact, I am also not able to explain it properly. It is a tongue twister type of thing, but see the result carefully. I will take some time to explain this, but this is very important. What happens whenever you will start working with the large data set? Obviously, this is an example, but you will not be able to see these things, right? This will come with experience. I have seen 5 years, 6 years, 10 years of data scientists. They are not able to figure out the difference. What will happen if there are some repetitive values, right? Right. See it carefully. I will again explain it. Everyone has to see it carefully. So here we have 100, 121, 111. Sorry, here df1. 100, 121 and 111. So you got 100, 121, 111. Now corresponding to this, we have 100. You got 12 and 111. Very good. Right. Right. Now. Second, NaN is there. Fine. I had told you NaN. Here we have 130, 121. Fine. 130, 121. 130, 134. It's completely okay. Not a problem. Leave it as it is. Now comes again this 100 in data frame 1. So df1. So 100, 142, 143. But now the problem is 100 already has been clubbed. It has been already clubbed. Now in this case, what should happen? So actually it will again bring this 12 and 111 here. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone, now? Yes or no? Right. Rajkumar says, but in df2 row 3 has a different value. Right. No, because this is a common element. It will not be. Sir, here see store A is 311. So here the inner merge is there. In inner merge, common element will be there. So common element is only 100. So here you will see 100. Right. And if it is 100, then it will see the first occurrence of 100. And that's how you are again getting 12 and 111. This is the trick. Right. Row 1 in df2. See here, this is same value. 12 and 111. So 12 and 111. Right. So now, if the value was repeated, if the value of df1 is repeated, then it will tick, and then it will repeat the corresponding df2 values. That's it. This is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone, so far? Yes or no? Right. I'm coming to that case as well, Sada. We are raising the bar, and I promise you guys, you will be now knowing more than the interview that you will be going to give. Right. I promise you that. That's my promise. Right. If you have understood this. Because I also work as a data scientist. Actually, I am now a staff data scientist, soon to be a, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I have worked with other data scientists as well. I know where they stuck, where they face these problems. Right. Now, as Sada mentioned, now I am going to repeat 100 in df2 as well. This is again very interesting. Now here 100 is there. Now here also I will repeat 100. Now what will happen? Let's see it. Now this time, see here, this is your df1. I will just remove this. So this is your df1. and this is your df2. And now if you see here 100, 12, 111, 100, 121, 111 and 1211, that is fine. Then we have again 100, 142, 143, this is the value that you will get, and 121, 111. And now this comes the interesting thing. This was 100 of df1, and again df2 will be also repeating. So here if 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 in both, right, this is very important, and why this is a problem I will talk about that. If in both the data frame multiple common elements are repeated, it will do Cartesian product or all combination. Simple. So now if you see, there was one combination 100, 121, 111, and second combination was 100, 142, 123. Then here it will be again 142, 143 and 112, 111. So 2, 2, 4, 2 here, 4, and that's how you get all the 4 rows with all the combination. See, right. Now you got all the possible combination, right. Let's remove Cartesian product. It is not exactly, it will do all possible, all combination. This is the understanding due to which number of rows, the lot of number of rows can be created. So right, so problem when a lot of rows, lot of values of common column are repeated during inner merge. This is a problem specifically in inner merge, during inner merge, right. So now what will happen, right, problem, right, the number of rows will explode, the number of rows will increase, leading to, or let's say it might explode as well, it might explode and leading to wrong calculation or memory error. Many time there can be memory error as well, and memory error, because data frame will be used, and whenever you will be working on the real world data, you will face this type of problems. Then what is the solution, right? What is the solution, right? Drop the duplicate values of the common column and then do inner merge. This is the idea. Rajkumar says, but why it is happening? Because merge is designed in that way that if there are common elements, it will merge. It checks the data and it merges. Any alternative? Yes, drop the duplicate values of the common column and then do inner merge. Is it everyone clear? Yes or no? Quickly. One more thing I will just do. If you null with inner merge. This is also one case. I guess I had missed it. So instead of left, now you do inner. So how it will behave? You can just say it. So here if you see NaN again behaves similarly. NaN is common. So 311 and 410. So right, you got this value. Rajkumar says, okay, that's why we do remove null value from df. Yes, you do remove null value from df. You do remove the common elements while doing the merge. That is also very important. Is it clear, everyone? So far so good. Did you guys understood what will happen if there is null value? What will happen if you have duplicate values? In null values there is no any much problem. It is just that two NaNs are not equal, still you will be able to merge it. inner, if the values are repeating, then there is a problem. It will increase the number of rows, and that's why you have to just first drop the rows. Everyone, yes or no, guys, quickly. Should I move ahead now? Yes or no? Right, right, right. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Right. Everyone, yes or no, guys? Should I move ahead? Right. Right. Yes. Now we have another concept called join. So we are going to see the join. Now, guys, in industry, what you are going to use? Mostly in industry, you will be using left merge and inner merge. I will also talk about one more use case of this merge on a data set, so you don't need to worry about that. I will be talking about that. I had also taught that in the master class. I will show you guys, so you don't need to worry about that. I will already I have the notebook ready. I can also upload that. Right. You don't need to worry about that. I will talk about that in one more data set. Right. But as of now, it must be crystal clear for you guys. Now there comes the concept of join. Right. What is this join? Guys, it's the same concept, right? In join, right? Join. Everything remains the same. Everything remains the same. It is just that everything remains the same. Only the differences, only the differences that the join happens on index. Right. Bipan sir says one question. Please ask Bipan sir what is the question? Right. So in join, everything remains the same. Only difference is that the join occurs on the index. Now what I am going to do, I am going to have again df1. So this time again df1. So guys, don't copy this. Just see what I am going to do. And here we have df2. So let's say df2. So we have again both df1 and df2. Only difference is here we have index a, b, c, d, e, and here a, b, h, i, j. So you have two common index, right? That is a, b. Now just execute this. This will become df1, and let's say this becomes df2. And now do the same things that we have done, right? So df1 dot join, right? We'll start with inner join. So df1 dot join df2. Now this time I will join how is equals to inner, the common. So what are the common index, guys, in both the data frame? What is the common index? See here a and b. Here a and b. So you will get only a and b. And let's see it. So here you will find only a and b. Is it clear, everyone? We can Vipan says we can say duplicate data if some kind of ID is repeated, but if any figure is repeated in a data, is it good to remove like duplicate? At any cost, Vipan sir, you have to remove the duplicate values, because there is a common sense in it. How I will explain you. So let's say employee ID is there. Right. And this data is about HR, and this is about the work or reporting manager. Let's say reporting manager. Right. Reporting manager and HR, salary. So here employee ID and salary, here employee ID and let's say reporting manager. See, this is just a common sense. Try to understand. So let's say employee ID is 1 and let's say 100k is salary. Do you really think that this employee ID will again get repeated with 200k salary? First of all, is it possible? Think it. Right. In the same table, it is not possible. You take any example, right? Throw any example, right? If there are two columns, unique columns, it cannot repeat itself. There is some ambiguity. So in this type of cases, there is problem with the data, not the logic. Logic is correct. One employee ID, one salary. Now, you will say, give another example. Employee ID 1, manager is, let's say, Vipan sir. Vipan sir is, right, manager. Right. Now you can ask, okay, employee ID is Vipan sir. One is employee ID and he is reporting to Vipan sir. But it is also possible that this employee ID can also report to, let's say, Jyoti. This is possible. You can argue with me. Fine. This is possible. But now, if you see carefully, you are having a repetition in only one data, not both the data. Right? Right. And actually, to store this type of data, what happens in our database, you use JSON structure. So what you will do? Employee ID, and maybe you will just write 1 and then something like that. Vipan sir, and then let's say maybe Jyoti, something like this. Jyoti band, that's it. Right, right. But if you say no, I will store like this, right, then you don't have any option. If you have duplicate values in both the column, you have to understand the data and try to figure it out. If let's say there is only duplicate values in one column, you can go ahead and do the inner join. And if let's say no, we have duplicate value in both the column, then you can also go ahead and do the inner merge. Not a problem. You can do it, but it is just that now the number of rows will increase. Right? And it is possible that for the big data, you will be having error. There will be no any logical problem. There is no any logical issue with that. Right? Right. So employee ID 1, Vipan sir. Employee ID 1, Jyoti. Employee ID 1, Vipan sir. Employee ID 1, Jyoti. This will be 4 combination. Not a problem because data is like that. But should we do it? The answer is no. We should connect to the business team. Ask, try to understand what is happening here. Because one employee cannot have multiple same salary. Right? So that's why you will duplicate the values. Or drop the duplicates. Something like that you have to do it. Is it clear? Is the elaboration clear? Yes or no? Quickly. Everyone. Vipan sir, did you got it? Yes, yes. That also you can do. You can do. Right. So Vipan sir is saying that why not if we have employee ID and salary, and let's say if you have to join employee ID and manager, right? I will just concatenate both the columns. Yes, that is also a way you can do. You will concatenate to make it a unique primary key. A unique primary key. So this is also that you can do. It's not a problem. Right. Right. Anyone has any other questions to ask? Is it is it clear, guys, everyone? Right. So I'll just write this point as well because it's a very drop the duplicate. Right. If not an option, you can merge with duplicate values as well. Duplicate values as well. Value as well. Because logically it's correct. Logically it's correct. It is just that your number of rows will increase. Your number of rows will increase. Right. Now drop the duplicate values of common column upon connecting to business team. And then do inner merge, or create a primary key by concatenating 2 columns. This is also possible. Right. Now guys, we were talking about join. So what is join? Right. Join is based on index. So here you see A and B are the common. That's how you got it. Similarly, you can do left, right, doesn't matter. So now just move ahead, do left, right. So do left, left. Now if you do the left, you will get like this. You can also do right, you can just get like this. Very simple, right? So left, right, outer, everything. Similarly, you can do it. So left, right, outer. There is no any difference. The only difference is everything is happening on the index. So here you can also put cross. Right, right. So this is the understanding. So this was all about right, combining two data frame. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly, should I move ahead now? Right, should I move ahead now? Yes or no, guys? Right, 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 right. Very good. How many of you are sleeping, guys? Let me check it out. How many of you are sleeping? I am saying Sukhi sleeping. Right. Kiran, are you sleeping? Jyoti is sleeping, right? Kinsuk is sleeping. Rishabh is sleeping. Saurabh, again back. Saurabh, I am not seeing you regular in the class. Right, right, right. So guys, so again, Rishabh says I am awake. Jyoti says I was sleeping, now awake. Jyoti, don't sleep. Or I will ask Monjolika to, right. I will ask Monjolika to take you to where? To Niagara Falls. Okay, anyway, very good. Very good. I am proud of you guys. I am proud of you guys because I was not expecting you guys to get these things in one go. I am also a little bit surprised that you guys didn't got bored because see, these type of lectures I usually don't teach on any platform, right? Right. This type of only this type of detail, what will happen in null, what will happen on duplicate, right? These things I only teach whenever I do a corporate training, right? Right. So right. So, but anyway, you guys didn't got bored. I am very happy. And now let's move ahead. So now we have data frame. This is your data frame, right? Now let's try to play with columns, right? Now this fare is in euros. This fare is in euro. Now you want to actually convert this euro in Indian rupees. So you have to multiply this with what value, guys? Let's say 90. I don't know 1 euro is how much? 1 euro. 1 euro in INR. Right. Like 90 rupees. Let's say. Now assume I want to multiply this with 90 to get fare in INR. How can I do that, guys? Everyone? Right. How can we do that? Very simple, right? So we have df fare, right? And you can just multiply this. So df fare, and let's say you multiply this. So df fare, you can get this like this, and then maybe let's say you multiply this 90. Simple. So this becomes df fare. Very good. Not a problem. But let's say you want to do this, right? Right. Df fare. Let's say now df fare is there. Okay, that original column has been now removed. But anyway, so now this is fine. You multiply directly. But let's say you want to use a lambda function or some custom function to do so. How will you do that? How will you do that, guys? Right. You want to apply a function to this column. Right. Right. another way, another way, another way. Now you want to apply a function, right? So how can you do that? So dot apply, then you have lambda, right? Then you can just write x, and then you can use x multiplied by 90. Now this will obviously increase the value, right? But because already we have changed it earlier, this step. But anyway, so this is your df fab. So you can just do this way, right? Very easily, right? Right, right, right. This was easy, right? Right. But let's say if you want to apply other functions, right? So let's say we have df column. Now we have, let's say, name column. I want to have how many number of characters are there in name. Then how can I do that? Simple, df name dot apply, and this time you just write whatever function you have, length, right? So basically length, what does length do? So if there is a name, so length of Monjolika, so length of Monjolika, it gives you the number of character. Now similarly df name apply, if you do so, then you will get number of characters. Simple. So now if you see, oh my god, I have again stored in the same name. So df name length, it should be like this. So if you just do this, right, you will get, right, the name length, something like this, right? So I'll restart it. Sorry guys, this was my mistake. Restart kernel, restart kernel and run all cells. Hopefully it doesn't give any error, right? Right, very good. So this is the name length, right? Now guys, you have to do a task here now. So let's say age column is there, guys. This time you have to do a task. I want you guys to do this task. So let's say df is there. So we have age column. Now in this age column, right, age column, you have to bucket this as column, right? Bucket the age column, bucket the age column, right? Bucket the age column. So what you have to do, if age is less than 25, then you say young, the person is young, right? If age is greater than 25 and less than maybe 45, then you say that they are matured, and then if age is greater than 45, the person is old, right? So you have to create a column, right? Let's say age bucket, and you have to write this code, write the logic, and apply in the age column. So where is the age column? Age column, to get a new column which is age bucket. Please guys start doing so. This time you guys have to do it, right? Right. Please go ahead and do this. Vipan sir, please do in the notebook first and then write the code here. Please guys, everyone has to do this. Everyone has to try it out, right? I'm not expecting that you should give you the right answer, but just try it out at least. Please try it out. Anyone is trying out? Quickly guys. Guys, are you trying or you guys have slept? Very good. Adanaska says trying. Keep it up. Okay, guys. Now I guess I should start explaining you guys. Should I start explaining now? Enough of time. 2-3 minutes I have given, guys. Right, right, right. So first of all, it was very easy. I was expecting from Sada. I was expecting from Vipan. Right. Sada has written something very good. Sada. Right, right. I was expecting from a lot of many people. Right, right. Jyoti, you could have answered this. Right. Tanya, very good Tanya. Right. So let's try to do this. Right. So I will have a function def age bucket. See, first of all, let's write the logic. Right. Here I will give some age. Right. And what I will do? If age is less than 25, what I have to print? Right. Simple. Return young. That the person is young. Simple. Right. Young. Not a problem. Now, Alif, if the age is greater than equals to 25, don't worry about inequalities, right? Even if you have not given, that's completely fine. But you have written a good answer if you have done so far. So let's say age is less than equals to 45. Then what will happen in this case? Return matured, return matured, and then finally else return old, return old, return old. Simple, not a problem. Done. Now what we have? Df age. So df age. Now how to apply this function? Right, df age. Just do dot apply, and then right, just write the function age bucket. See it carefully. You don't need to call the function. Simply you have to just pass the function. Just write the function name, and this will become df age bucket. So df age bucket, df age bucket. So bucket. Done. So df age bucket. Now if you see, you have df age bucket, something like this: young, matured, something like this. So while preparing the data, while making a feature engineering, you will be getting a lot of this type of problem. Is it clear, everyone? Right, right. Should I give you one more shortcut to this? Right? You want more shortcut? How many of you want? Very good. So let's see it. Let's raise the bar. Right. So another method. So another method is pd.cut. Very simple. What does this pd.cut do? So first of all, pass df age. So this is the values you want to pass. Then what is the bin? What is the interval? Right, right. That you want to use. So here you can write bins is equals to bins, then labels is equals to labels. Simple. Now what are the bins and what are the labels? Very simple. I will just make bins. Bins is equals to, what are the bins possible? Age 0, 25 I had written, 25, and then 0, 25, then 45, right, 0, 25, 45, and then greater than 45 it is infinity. So let's say maybe float of infinity. I will just write it like this, infinity. Done. So this is the ages of the bins, ages of the bins. And now labels of the bins, labels. So labels will be something like that: young, matured, excuse me guys, sorry, matured and old. Done. See here, young, matured, matured, young, something like this. So this is done. Is it clear everyone? Yes or no? Everyone answer this, right? You can see all the details. So pd.cut, bins, labels, this is what we have used. I don't know. So here rightmost, so you can just write include. So right means you also want to consider these values, the right values of the bins. So you can just also write right equals to false, right equals to false. To include, right equals to false, right equals to false. To include the right interval, right part of interval, right part of bins in the interval. So this is how, right equals to false also you can use. Otherwise it's okay, whatever it is, right? So this is the understanding. So now last question on the same thing. So we have, right, fair. So we have fair, right? Tanya says right equals to false. As I mentioned, right equals to false means if it is interval 0 to 25. So if you write right equals to false, it will not include 25, right? If you write right equals to true, it will include 25. So this will be included. The upper interval will be included, right? Right. So have I written the opposite one? I don't think opposite I have written, but let's say rightmost age or not, rightmost, right equals to true, right? So here include, not include, first to not to include. That's the understanding. By default it is true. Is it clear everyone? Yes or no? Should I move ahead now? Right, very good. So now guys, this is more interesting now. So now the last question. So we have df fair. This time everyone has to do this. So df fair. So now this is fair. You are able to see this? Now you have to again create a column. If fare is less than 10 euro, the price is, or the price is cheap. If greater than 10 and less than 25, then cheap, then the fare is, or the price is medium, else high, right? Guys, you have to answer this. This time I am not going to explain you. You guys have to answer this. No ifs, no buts. Are you guys doing? Quickly. Very good. Tanya has done. I will copy the code of Tanya, or also I have the code, so I'll just copy this. So very simple guys, it's not that tough. So I'll just write like this. So this is your create flag. So you have created this, right? So here instead of 20, I told 25. Done. But where is the question, guys? Okay, here it is. So medium, high, and then I will apply this function again, right, with name as flag bucket or flag fair, right? Sorry, fair bucket, and then here we have data frame. See here, high, cheap, medium, all. You have got it. So guys, let's take more 5 minutes of break, and then we will today uh, study till 9:30 or 10. I don't think, I don't know, but let's take 5 minutes of break, and then again I will come back. Okay. So what we have done, so we have just created a data frame. So this is our data frame, and now here we will be setting up the index. So we set the index. So how to set the index? df1.setIndex. So in place equals to true. Then we have reset index. So we have just reset the index. Then we can also reindex. And then if you want to apply a function, right, here again column wise you will use x is equals to 0 and x is equals to 1 row wise. And if you want to apply a function for all the values in the data, then you can simply use apply map. So this is something that we have seen after the break, right? Now guys, moving ahead, right? So now we have seen this df1, we have seen df, no, uh, lot of functions with respect to data frame. So can we also iterate through data frame? Iterate through data frame, through data frame. Can we iterate through data frame, right? The answer is yes, you can also iterate through data frame. So let's say we have df1, right? So you want to iterate through row wise. How can you do this? So for I in df1 dot iter rows, right? Iter rows, and then you can just write print, right? Whatever you want to. So let's say I want to print I, but let's say I want to also, just want to make sure that I understand this. Okay, so let's say here a b 1 5. So here if you see a is 1, b is 5, right? So this is how you iterate row wise. So row wise iteration. So row wise iteration. Simple. Now if you want to iterate through column wise, how can you iterate through column wise? You can do that as well. How? For I in df1 items. So just write items. You can now iterate through column wise. So column wise iteration. Column wise iteration. So now if you iterate through column wise, so all the column first, then the next column here. So A and B. A and B. Now guys, I will make one comment here. Fine, you can do this iteration row wise, column wise, but it is not suggested to do so. Why? Can anyone answer this? Why it is now industry use case, right? Or let's say my experience, whatever you say, industry use case, right? Iteration of a data frame is not suggested, right? First of all, why? Can you even answer this? Why iteration through data frame is not suggested? Can anyone answer this quickly? Right? Tanya says more number of rows and columns, more taking time. Very good, not a problem. Good, good thought process. Anyone else? Think it, guys. Think it. Think it. Right. Everyone has to answer this. Why iteration through rows and columns should not be preferred? Guys, do answer it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So that says memory is so very good. Very good. Anyone else? Very close. Right. See guys, very simple. Very good. Atanaska asked the right question. In first place, why do we need to iterate data frame? That's a very good question. So basically, why do you iterate? Why do you use loop? Have you ever thought about this? We use loop to do some sort of computation, to implement some sort of logic. Everyone agrees to this? Yes or no? This is why we execute loop. Yes or no, guys? Right, right. So whenever we loop, right, at one point of time, you are able to access only one memory space. So for I in this, so this I only you are able to access in the memory space. Yes or no, everyone agrees to this? At one point of time, right? So whenever you write, so just I will explain you again. So for I in 1 2 3 1 2 3, now I square. So whenever you are executing at one specific point of time, you are just multiplying 1 into 2 or 1 square, right? It is 1 into 2 is there, so 1 into 2. Yes or no? Everyone agrees to this or not? Then only one by one you do. 2 3 4 5 like this, right? Right. But whenever it comes to data frame, the number of rows and column are n. So if you see here, if there are, here we had only 3 columns. That's why you saw only 3 values. Sorry, 2 values, because 2 columns. But it would have been a 1000 columns. Then at one point of time, you might be dealing with 1000 values in one go. Right. First thing. Second thing, you already know that you do loop, right, to compute something. And for that, Pandas has already given you some vector operation. So whatever you were using, apply map, right, or directly multiplying df fair multiplied by 90, what was that? These columns are actually treated as a vector, right? So to explain you, I will just show you. So whenever you were doing something like this, so let's say df1 is there, so you can just first access a, then this series is nothing but a vector, and you can directly multiply by 90. Then why you need to iterate through one by one? Why do you need to iterate through one by one to multiply it? And these vector operations are very, very fast. So why iteration of data frame is not suggested? First reason, right? The data frame, if having large number of rows and columns becomes complex to do the computation. First thing. Second thing, right, it will take more memory space, more memory space. And third thing, it will be memory space, and it will be slow. What happened, guys? And it will be slow because data frame will be large. And the third thing, we have better vector computation alternatives, vector computation alternatives, right? Like apply map, or directly you can do the computation. This is the understanding. Is it clear? Yes or no? Right. So I guess that would be all for this lecture. So again, in the next lecture also, we'll need to learn more of pandas. So till now, whatever we have seen, there are few more things left in pandas. Time series has left, group by has left. These are the two important things that has been left in pandas, right? String also, playing with the strings also is left. So guys, that would be all. Now if you guys have any questions to ask, please go ahead and ask the questions. If you have any doubts, please go ahead, right? I will close the recording now, right?